Hey YouTube, Dan Ottawa here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with my legend team that got me from 2535 to 3029, so almost 500 ELO in 5 days. So there's a lot of battles here. I'm going to take extra time to go over the team because I know a lot of you are going to use it, and what I don't want is for you to use it and it doesn't work and you come back to me and say this team sucks because I've had that happen before. So I'd rather just take the time, explain how to use the team, why it works, why it doesn't work, and how you do the matchups so that if you want to use it for the next week, you can grind hard. So the team is Azu, Shadow Marowak, not Shadow Marowak, uh, Alolan Marowak, and Dragalge. So how I came up with this team, I wanted to use a Marowak because I had been seeing a lot of Mandibuzz, and even in bad matchups, it is still tanky enough that it could get a shield and still probably outsurvive most things. Not every single Pokemon, but in a lot of cases, even in bad matchups. What you will notice is that it's a 114-15 IV. It is a level 46. It is very important to have an XL Azu if you're going to try and run this team because the extra, there are a couple times where it survives with 1 HP against the poison, right? So you need that extra bulk there. So keep that in mind. I then wanted to also run a Shadow, why do I keep showing a Shadow? An A Marowak because I had been seeing a ton of, well, there's two reasons. I had been seeing a ton of Wormadam trash, and the Azu has absolutely no matchup against it because you don't have the Hydro Pump, right? So your charge moves are resisted. So I want something that can take it out. Plus, it also has the Bone Club, so it hits for super effective against the poisons, which are everywhere right now. So that is why I wanted to run these two as a core together. So they all have these two as a core are pretty strong because they cover each other's weaknesses, right? You have the main weakness of Azu in this league will be poison, which Marowak can resist, and the main weakness for Marowak will be dark. It's ghost, but he can hit super effective against ghost as well. It's dark, which Azu takes out. So that's a good core. What I needed to deal with next was the Drapion safe switch because Drapions are everywhere. It's a safe switch. I tried Toxicroak first because Toxicroak was the hardest answer, but then you have a double weakness to Mandibuzz in the back, and I didn't want to run an ABB style team. So I was going through my Pokemon and I'm like, okay, let's try Dragalge because it hits hard enough with the Dragon Tail, and so you'll see Dragon Tail, Aqua Tail, Gunk Shot. I had it running with Outrage, and Outrage did okay until I ran into an Azu matchup. And then I just got walled, so I switched it for Gunk Shot. It just provides more coverage. It does take extra time to get there, but I think it's worth it. But Dragalge, as you're going to see in a lot of these matchups, you probably do need to burn a shield, but you can keep alignment, and alignment with this team is key, right? Because if you have a Mandibuzz on the lead, and they switch into Drapion, which you're going to see a few times, you can then come in with Dragalge, as long as you make it quick, right? One of the things is you cannot be slow with the switch. This is what I learned. One time I was like 1 or 2 bubbles in after they safe swapped, and then I switched to Dragalge, and I lost the match because they can get 4 crunches off, so 2 shields, 2 crunches, and it takes 2 crunches to take you out. So keep that in mind. So with all that said, let's get into the over 30 minutes of battles here, and I'm gonna show you how I started 25-35. I'm gonna show you a couple good matchups. I'm gonna show you my 5-0 set that got me to 29-89, and then my 4-1 set that got me to 30-29. So let's get it going. So Azu on the lead against Scrafty. So here we go. Good lead, dark. I expect to safe swap into Drapion. See it all the time. This one I came into Marowak because this is my first time playing it. So this is what was a huge mistake because this is what I learned. No, Dragalge is your safe swap, is your answer to this because I thought Fire Spins plus Bone Clubs are effective, but you're just outpaced, right? The crunches here probably will outpace you. Even though I'm going to grab a shield or 2, I think I'm going to get out-spammed here. So I do grab 2 shields. And I think then I realized, like, why am I in here when he has the crunches? I should just come in with Dragalge. So this is 25-35. It was my first time playing with this team. But you know what? Grab 2 shields. And what I like about Dragalge also is, like you're going to see right here, it does about 50% a crunch. So they come in with Crustle here, which I think is, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to force me to come back in here so that way the Scrafty has a good matchup or doesn't have a terrible matchup because Drafty is going to get walled. But what they just did was they allowed me to come in here. I have 2 shields, so what I can do is take this down, come out with energy here to have something to throw at the Drapion. That is probably going to come back in here, which is fine because their thought process was, oh, I'll just force the shield here and take this low. But no, you can't because now I have a ton of energy, so now I have a shield advantage in the back. So, wrong play on my part. You need to come in with Dragalge if you're running this team. So, Scissor on the lead. This is an okay-ish matchup. 1 Iron Head does not take you out, so you can survive it, and they go for the Night Slash boost, and they get the boost because it seems like they are always getting the boost against me here. So 1 Iron Head won't take you out, and Play Rough and Ice Beam are both resisted, but the bubbles are doing like the majority of the damage here, so just go Bubble Ice Beam. That's how you play Scissor matchup. Stay in, and then come in and farm with Fire Spin when you're probably going to lose. Because I got 2 shields here, I'm okay coming in here to try and farm down here. Because what I wanted to do is catch us off guard. And this is what happens a lot. You're going to get Azu coming in to Marowak. And what you don't want to see is like a Mandibuzz. Because then you could just throw Shadow Bone and that's all you can do. You love to see Azu because they always come in thinking like, oh, this is an amazing matchup. But none of them are running Hydro Pump. They're all running Play Rough and Ice Beam. And because the bubbles do start adding up quickly, but you're extremely spammy that you can just, look at that. I didn't need to waste a shield and I able to get, or did I waste a shield on the Ice Beam? I forget if I wasted a shield, but you can take it down. They come with Scissor, get destroyed. I don't know why they didn't come with Umbreon right away, so I guess that was a misclick on their part. But so Shadow Marowak is a pretty nice safe swap as well. Like it's not as safe. That's why I like running Gunk Shot on Dragalge because like I've not seen a Ninetales a ton or Frostlass a ton. So otherwise it has pretty solid matchups across the board because the Dragon Tail does pretty well in most matchups. So that's why I like using it as a safe swap. There are cases, like it depends on the lead, like a Galvantula lead, I will come in with Dragalge as a safe swap. I don't know if that's one of these videos, but that's what I've done here. So in this matchup, I know I can't win this matchup. Their Shadow Claws, Shadow Balls are going to outpace me here. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to soft lose and then get ahead on energy here. So they're going to take me out here. Do I bother shielding and try and farm down? No, I'm just going to let it go and come in and farm. So I expected, and this is why I like energy here, because here we go again. In comes the Azu thinking they have an amazing matchup. And this is a good way to bait out the Azu because you don't want your Dragalge in general to see it. Like you can run with a Gunk Shot. If they have no shields, it still doesn't take them out, but you need to get to that Gunk Shot and it takes a while to get there. So you need a shield to shield up the Ice Beam. But either way, look at that. 2 Shadow Bones takes it pretty low. You can run this with Shadow Ball as well. If you don't have a Shadow Bone, Marowak, Shadow Ball is fine. I didn't think I was going to get to the Shadow Bone there. So I'm just going to do some chip damage here. Hopefully they lost count and grab a shield here. They do not, but we CMP tie, so that's good. Because that will just do enough chip damage that I can now Dragon Tail down. And it's going to come down to Dragalge, and perfect. They have a Toxicroak, so we're both trying to fast move deny here because the Mud Bombs here are effective. And the Dragon Tails plus Aqua Tails are going to be enough to take this out. So whoever gets the first two moves up here is going to win here. And because I got that little bit of energy advantage, and it's very spammy. The Dragon Tail Aqua Tail is actually very, very spammy. I think goes 4-3. So I'm able to take this out, and now I can just Dragon Tail down before. Oh no, I can't. So I can Aqua Tail before they get to their Ice Beam to take it out. So Dragalge right there, putting in work in the end game. And that's the thing, like Shadow Marowak and Dragalge can both put in a ton of work. So great lead here. In comes the Quillfish, and this is your answer. Quillfish. Right. 2 core breakers on this team. Quillfish is one of them in the wrong spot. I'm good here because I align it with my Dragalge. It outspams you with the Aqua Tails to take out Marowak, and the poison will just destroy Azu. So that's a core breaker. Wormadam Trash in. And what you're going to see here is so I'm down a shield, but a lot of these don't shield up the Gong Shot because they either don't expect it, plus they know their Azu matchup is weak. It's fine, because now I just destroyed this. It's super, super low. They're going to have to come in here, and it's a Drapion. And again, I'm going to be out-spammed here. I can survive one crunch. I don't need to worry about the poison type moves. I think I can survive one crunch, so my point here is I need to get to 2 Bone Clubs to take this out. Not take it out, to grab the shields. I don't care about taking this out. I can bubble down to take this out now. I just need to try and grab some shields because I don't really care about the Mana Buzz. So I knew I can survive one there. Get the one off here. I maybe should have just Fire Spin down so they didn't get the extra move in. Okay, so I did go there to try and grab the second shield because I don't know if I have Ice Beam or not. I don't think I can survive a Sludge. And they give up Switch, and I think that was their lose condition. Because now I can get up to 100 energy and take this out without worrying about the moves. Let's see how this plays out. Well, I can talk about the second core breaker is Wormadam Trash on the lead because you either come in and meet it. The confusions do super effective to Gulch, and you're just walled by the steel, except for the bubbles. So your Marowak is an amazing answer, but it's not an amazing answer in the wrong matchup there. So that's why it's tough. I'm going to take a Sludge Bomb here, and I don't even get taken out. So that's just, and maybe that's what I'm talking about. That's the level 46 there coming in clutch, right? If that was not a level 46, that was level 40, I would have been taken out and I probably would have lost that match. But the extra bulk there takes it out. So Dragalge in the lead. This is a great lead. In comes Wormadam Trash, and here we go. How early is this matchup? Because I forget. You don't need to shield anything. Let's see if I'm smart enough not to shield, because everything is resisted. Okay, so I am smart enough. Just a Bug Buzz. That is fine. But now you're in a tough matchup here against the Mana Buzz. But both things are resisted, so just go for the Shadow Bone to try and... Oh, it's a Dragalge, right. A lot of times I see Mana Buzz on the lead, and I saw Wormadam Trash, and then they come back in with the Mana Buzz, and you're in trouble. So at that point, I would just go Shadow Bones. Here, the Bone Clubs are effective, and I'm like... even though they're effective, it's a really terrible move. So even being super effective, I probably should have done 3 Bone Clubs there. That was my mistake. Or 2 Shadow Bones. Not one of each. And then Galvantula. Dragalge is an amazing answer for Galvantula too. So that is a nice trade-off between Dragalge and Azu too. The mirror match here. Mirror match is always about who is going to win CMP and who can sneak the extra bubble through. So I always try to sneak the extra bubble through because it's super important in this matchup. So I'll take a Play Rough. I need to fast move deny, but I cannot because the game is annoying. So we're now back to even. Because I haven't tried to CMP tie, I do not know who wins. So I'm going to go here. We CMP tie, and I lose CMP tie. So we're in the scenario where I did not sneak a bubble through, and I lost CMP tie. So one of 2 options here. I just go down with Azu and then come in with something else, or I try and catch on Marowak. I'm interested to see what I do. Yeah, I try and catch on Marowak because the Play Rush will be resisted. I'll still have energy on the Azu for, let's say, if a Dark comes in and punches me here, which it does. There's the Mana Buzz. But I needed to try and save that because there's no point of going down and then I have a poor alignment anyways. Like, just, if I'm going to have poor alignment, let's just have poor alignment. And I get the defense fall. So I'm wondering if I shield here. Or do I just let this go? I let it go and it's an aerial ace. So that's interesting. I guess I knew I couldn't win even with the shield, so I just let it go. But now I got 2 defense falls there. So if 2 defense falls, I may come in with Dragalge and get ahead on energy here. No, I'm going to come in here and force it. I don't know if that's the right play. Two defense lowers, I should have come in with Dragalge and got ahead on energy here. Because now I know what's coming in. It's the Azu. And I'm going to lose CMP again. But this one does... I should have thrown it 1 earlier. Yeah, I do this because I cannot have this see my Dragalge in the back. So I'd rather just take it out here and do one shield. And I Ice Beamed it. And that was... now gets me ahead on energy. And I'm going to Ice Beam again because it's low enough. So that's just kind of recognition that between the bubbles and the Ice Beam, that would be enough to take it out. So awareness there, and they let it go. So they are weak in the back to Azu as well. But at this point, I think I'll take Dragalge and one shield on the back over, because the switch doesn't matter, and it's Dragalge in the back. So that makes sense. So that makes sense why we were both trying to not have our Azus go down, because they have terrible matchups against Dragalge has terrible matchups. But because I once switch there and have a shield, I'm able to take it out with move, take this out. So maneuvering around what is a CMP tie loss lead to take that match. So I'm at 29-21, as you can see right here. Drapion on the lead, right? Super tough, coming with Dragalge right away. The problem is it will now come down to whether they decide, if they stay in this match, they could take me out, no problem. But what they then decided they wanted to do was just do chip damage there, and then try and have alignment with Azu. And again, Marowak doesn't have an amazing matchup because you're taking super effective from the crunches. So I need to chip it enough that or grab shield advantage here that's going to be a good win condition for me. So grab the shield. That's okay. This can go down. Do I come fire spin this and take it out immediately, or do I come and bubble and take this out? Yeah. So I'm going to come bubble. Probably just let this go, get ahead on energy, because what you want to do is, you know the Drapion's coming back in, and you know it's got some energy. But what you want to do is just try and take this out here. This won't take it out, but it'll probably put it pretty low that you can then come in and fire spin if it need be. So I'm wondering if I just let this go and then come in and fire spin with 2 shields, because I'll probably need to shield up a crunch anyways. Or I'm going to shield this up and then force them to throw. And there's a crunch, so that's rough. But I do get to the move. So again, this will force them to shield their last one, which they do. So again, they have something in the back that maybe does not want to see Azu, but do I let this one go? Yeah, it is a Sludge Bomb. So that hurts. But it is a Toxicroak in the back, so you love to see it. Just go for the Shadow Bone. Again, Bone Club is super effective. Shadow Bone hits neutral. I'd rather just go for the harder hitting Shadow Bone that's almost going to take it out, as opposed to Bone Club, which won't take it out. And the difference in energy is not too much. Like if I'm running Shadow Ball, I'll probably go double Bone Club there. But because I'm running Shadow Bone, just go there, take it out, and I'd be able to fire spin that down. Next matchup here, Azu against Galvantula. So when you see a Galvantula in the lead, you go into Dragalge as your safe swap because it has a good matchup there. And again, most do not have an answer for Dragalge. So I'm ahead on energy here. I think they caught up at the ending there, but they let it go. So that's huge. So now I can shield this up. That Dragon Tail will go through, and then I have amazing alignment with Marowak on the Galvantula. So I'm fine. That's why I'm fine going down to shield there, because I had that little bit of energy advantage. I knew that would go through. I'm still gonna have a move to throw at this. Everything the Volt Switches are resisted. So between the Dragon Tails and Aqua Tails, I'm still gonna do a lot of chip damage here if they try and farm up, and they just tried to take me down with resisted moves. So I'm able to take this out, which is perfect. I'm gonna come in. Hopefully they caught off guard, but they switch immediately, and it's a Jellicent. So Jellicent is tricky, but what I wanted to do here is, I know they got a shield. Again, don't bait. Go for the nuke, because if they don't shield, you are perfect. And if they don't shield, you're great. And if they do shield, you grab a shield. Like that's my motto. Like don't go for the bait. And because it's low enough, I can go to the play rough. Again, I'm not baiting. I could probably just Ice Beam and Bubble in this range, quite honestly, but I'd rather just take this out. It's 1 extra bubble. It's not going to affect me too much. Plus, I still have a full health Marowak here. What I think is going to happen is they're going to hit me and then switch to the Galv and hit me. Oh, they can't even get out of there, so this game's over. They're now going to have to try and there's no win condition for them. I have a shield. So ran pretty well. Yeah, this is my 5-0. Because I was at 29-20, and I'm like 5-0, that's close. So Filament, Menfu, I got a couple of these here. I got this on my next set too, as you're going to see. So like 29-20, is this close to a 5-0 set? Will that get me to Legend? And it will not. It will get me to 29-89. I was like, okay, let's keep running. So this is my final set to Legend, Azu against Golurk. So I'm glad I'm seeing this in the front again. So this one would have been tricky in the back because it throws the mud, not the mud shot, the more mud slap. It throws the mud slap, which would be super effective against both the Marowak and the Dragalge. So I needed to stay in here. I'm going to shield this up just because I've already got a shield and I don't know what's in the back. It's a stun tank. So I'm like, okay, Dragalge is a pretty nice answer. Probably going to have to shield because it's a shadow. So I don't want to take a crunch from a shadow because, again, I don't think it would take me out, but I don't want to test that fate. Plus, I'm loaded with energy. So if the Golurk comes back in, I will have an Aqua Tail to throw at it to take it out or grab that last shield back. So I'm not worried about that. And there it is. So let's throw this, grab the last shield, or take this out. The mud slaps are going to be doing a lot, but they decide to let it go and try and go one shield T-Tar. So as long as I get to this move here, this should be over. Do I come in with Azu and try and get ahead on, or do, yeah, I come with Marowak and force them to throw? Yeah, because I'm going to get to the Bone Club here. So I need them to toss this energy. Marowak's useless here. But now they're low enough that I can just Ice Beam them to take this. So yeah, I couldn't have the Azu go down there with like a Stone Edge or something. So I needed to preserve it and have them force energy there. Azu against Umbreon. Again, good lead here. And they come in with Nidoqueen. And again, Dragalge is a great answer. It's resisting the poisons. You do need to watch out for the Earth Power. I'm fine shielding because even if it's a bait, which it is a bait, I think I can get to 2 Aqua Tails before they get to a Poison Fang and an Earth Power. So even if they try to shield here, I think I can outpace them here. And I do. So that's perfect. So if they shield, even if they shield and try and... I'm going to shield this back. It could be an Earth Power, it could be another bait, but I think I shield back and just take Switch. It is a second bait, so I'm super low, but I took Switch back, and that's what I needed with the Azu, with the Umbreon. And again, I couldn't get to the Gunk Shot, which is too bad there. That would have done a ton of chip damage, but that's okay. I still have a really good matchup here. I'm worried about a catch, but I still just throw right on 6 like a noob, but luckily they did not get out of there. So that's going to do super effective, and they come in with Golbat, which is not great for me. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw the Ice Beam and then bail. Yeah, because they're low on energy. My Marowak is essentially useless. So to put this super low, get this down out of here, and then have the Umbreon, which is going to throw the Foul Play here. I think I just go for Shadow Bones. Again, I don't know what the actual right move is because Bone Club's such a terrible, terrible move. Oh, it doesn't matter anyways. But I always like to go for the Shadow Bomb just because it hits a little harder even though it's resisted. And you always have that chance of lowering their defense, which is huge. And they do try to throw a Last Resort at me, but it's not enough to take me out. So good try by my opponent. Oh, it's a Psychic. So again, still not enough to take me out. So good maneuvering off a tough lead there by my opponent. Just Azu, Umbreon, Golbat. I take out both of them, so not much they could do there. Azu Mirror Match. Again, we've seen this. We know that we need to sneak in the extra bubble or we need to get the player off CMP. So try to sneak in. Nope. CMP. Nope. So not good here. We fast moved deny me and we CMP'd. So I need to try and sneak this in, or I'm gonna have to try and catch again. Because let's see if I can sneak a bubble through. Nope. I threw it and they not only did I not sneak a bubble through, they snuck a bubble through. So really, really bad situation here. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just come in. So I'm gonna bank the move and come in here to get ahead on energy. Because again, unless you're running a Mandibuzz in the back, which you can, as a Mandibuzz core is a good core, you're not going to have if you don't have a Dark, you don't have an immediate response to this because the Fire Spins add up on a lot of these, plus the Bone Clubs will do chip damage. I took this low enough now that I'm looking at this and thinking, Play Rough's not going to take me out from here. I need to shield this and farm down. But they're way smarter than me. And through foul play, because now they get to another foul play, which will just do chip damage. And now none of them I'm in Play Rough range. So if they come in and throw, I either let this go. I don't. This is not looking good. They ice beam me. This must be my loss. I do not see how I get out of this one. This is real rough right now. I'm down a shield, and they still have enough Azu here to ice beam me. And it's a Mawile. Yeah, this game's over. Nothing I can do here. Iron Head's going to be super effective. I don't even think I throw here. I just take me out. So that's the only problem with having a 114-15. You're great on the bulk, which you need, but these CMPs against the other Azus are rough. So again, we need to sneak in, but they give up switch and go to Drapion safe swap. So they're running maybe a double poison in the back. Double poison, double... Maybe I don't know what they're... The good news is here, they have a shadow. So the extra... it still takes True Crunches to take me out, so that's no problem. But now that extra shadow chip damage here is allowing me to take this out much easier. So I'm going to try take this out. Again, the Azu may come in and try and farm me, but it would be resisted, so it would be a tough farm all the way. Yeah, they can't farm me down. Well, they can farm me down, but maybe they don't know that I'm running Gunk Shot, because I remember landing a couple Gunk Shots on Azus. Is this one of them? Because the move is Outrage to go with, but I run it with Gunk Shot. Oh, and it is one of them. That is rough. Going for the aggressive farm down, but now they are in huge trouble here because throw back-to-back Play Roughs at me is fine. Not going to do much. And it's a fortress. And here comes my Marowak to clean that up. So that is why I run Gunk Shot on Dragalge, because I had Outrage on it and you just get walled. Escav, good lead. Out comes a Dragalge. Yeah. So this was my game 5, because I remember this. I had the 2-week-old walking around with him on me, playing with one hand. I have an amazing... Oh, my God. Okay. So I have such an amazing matchup with Azu against Dragalge. I just instant swapped like an idiot. I just lost switch in my amazing matchup there. And what you're going to see in the back is, I think it's Jellicent. I think they come out with the Jellicent, which is the only saving grace for me in all of this. Because I have energy, and now this is a sort of normalish matchup. We both need, I think they need 2+ Shadow Balls, and I need 2+ Play Roughs. Had I just stayed in with their Dragalge through the Ice Beam, I would have had alignment with my Dragalge on their Jellicent, which is a great matchup, and my Marowak on their Escav, which is an amazing matchup. But because I panicked, I saw the poison and I bailed immediately. I'm now stuck in this matchup. I'm very lucky that they came with the Jellicent here, because now I can keep alignment with their Escav and my Marowak, which is huge. The problem is their drill run. If I'm worried about going down to 0 shields here and then having to do a race to the move, because a drill run, I'm going to have to shield. Or do I let this go? Yeah, okay, I let this go and come in here knowing that I need to get to... I got a shield just in case there's a Shadow Ball. And now I'm ahead on energy. Because the worst case scenario would have been, and they tried to catch, which is fine, because I'm ahead on energy, so I will get this off, fire spin down, and have a Shadow Bone coming out to take the win. So managed to maneuver there. But what happened, the worst case scenario would have been that in like an even energy scenario, the Marowak and the Escav, they would have got a drill run, a super effective drill run to take me out. So that would have been the worst case scenario, but they gave up switch there, and I was already ahead on energy, so I managed to take that 4-1. Another terrible Pokemon. Don't care, just let's get it. But as you're going to see here, 30-29. So that is the team That got me 500 ELO in 5 days. Beast of a team. Um, just watch your matchups. No, like this. If you're gonna run this team, I mean, I just told you like a lot of the matchups you need to do. What I want you to do if you're gonna run this team is go to PV Poke. Go look at Azu. Go look at Marowak. Go look at Dragalge. Go run analysis and look at all their main losses and their evenish matchups to know your matchups. Because this team can dominate, like I just showed, but you need to know how to maneuver with your matchups dependent, right? And you need to know when you need to keep switch, when you don't need to keep switch, stuff like that. So I know a lot of you are going to use this team, and that's fine. Just be smart about it. And that's it. So today starts. We're gonna have some overlap here. At 4 p.m. today, Eastern Time, the Ultra League Premier and Ultra League Open, but F that noise. Ultra League Premier Classic is starting up. So tomorrow I will put out a bunch of Ultra League Premier Classic teams you can use, or the Halloween Cup runs until November 3rd, which I think is next Monday, or it's either Monday or Tuesday next week. So you still have a whole week to use this team if you want to try it out. So that's it. I know it's been a longer video, but you only hit Legend once every season. So thanks for watching. Thumbs up, share with your friends, or don't share with your friends. See, this is rough. I want you to share with your friends because I want to grow the channel, but you obviously don't want to share this because you want to use this team. So use the team for a week and then share it with your friends. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.